morning experts. I'm Troy Gandy, your index voice of inspiration, and I have the extreme pleasure to present this and introduce to others none other than the host of this morning's Pass the Ball segment. We're talking about the man who has the reputation of being a master builder. He's a six-figure ring earner, gold legacy member, and the first shareholder in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
We're talking about the man known to this family as the man of courageous conversations, Uncle John.
Woo! Thank you for that wonderful, wonderful Monday, Money Making Monday introduction, Mr. Gandy. I appreciate it, appreciate it.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
man, I am so excited. I don't even know where to begin. I'm still down in Emporia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hold on one second. I'm having some technical difficulties. One second.
All right, all right. Say we don't panic, we just pivot. We know you gonna fix it.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Take two. So I
Ready?
am down here in Emporia, Virginia, and I'm gonna tell you what always happens when this lady does an event. We always come down to Emporia, and it's almost like our second home now, right? We got our restaurants pegged out, little shopping spots. But we came down to support superstar Takesha Carr's event. And when I tell y'all, like, I wish I took some pictures. I was just in the moment, so I wasn't even thinking about it, but I'm sure Takesha did. But when I tell you, we drove down, it was about a 3 hour drive. And it was this kind of like compound, um, almost like a campus that we rode on. So we rode in the campus, rode up on the place and walked into this building, and it was like, whoa. It looked like, seriously, it looked like a baby Xperia convention, right? I'm talking about it was laid out. Imagine walking in, and when you walk in, there are three huge screens, like huge. I'm not talking about little. I'm talking like big movie screens that have, you can do your presentations and stuff on. She had the room set up. I'm talking beautiful. It was the colors. I think the scheme was like red, gold, and black, and then she had it kind of popping the Xperia colors, right? And I'm painting this picture for y'all at this pace on purpose because I need y'all to get this. So the room was packed. Takesha gave me a call about 2, 3 hours earlier, like, oh my gosh, I got about 25 people that canceled. So me being a promoter, I'm not losing my cool with her, but I'm like, oh man, that's not a good sign at the last minute. 25 people early in the morning, that usually would mean coming up to the event at that pace, you might be looking at 75, 80 people that pop off. So I'm worried, but I'm not worried, but I'm concerned and I'm like, it's gonna be all right. So we get down there, we walk into the room, room is set up, it's a band that's gonna be playing. So I'm painting a picture before the room fills up. Now people are coming in. Now remember, she did a gala. The theme was a gala. So when I tell you it looked like people was walking into the Grammys, phew, man, people were sharp as a razor blade coming in that joint, right? I mean, they was stepping. I mean, now here's the thing. It was 4 p.m. on a Sunday. It felt like a red carpet event at 9 p.m. on a Friday or Saturday night, right? So now people are walking in, you're feeling the music, you're feeling the vibe, and you realizing, man, hold up. Takesha did the damn thing. Everybody was chilling. Then it was time to eat. When I tell you she knew what she was doing, ladies and gentlemen, and y'all, I didn't forget about the pass the ball segment or none of that. So just know I got y'all. So it was time to eat. And like I said, Takesha knew what she was doing. She served that food, boy. Everybody was quiet as a mouse. If she was using real silverware and real plates, you would have heard the clinking, 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 and nobody saying nothing because the food was just that good, right? So, real quick, I just wanted to give y'all a glimpse into the what the event looked like. So now we're gonna switch gears, get into our regularly scheduled program, and then we're gonna come back and hear from some of the people who were there that can really tie this up and put a bow on it. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to come off of mute because I got 3 questions for y'all on this money making Monday. Team, how y'all feel?
Fired
Fired
up.
up.
Ooh, and what's up?
My
My
income.
income.
Woo.
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets
Everybody
a
gets
green sheet.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
Hey.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
Yeah.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
Yeah.
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. So what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get this thing moving. I'm gonna take the ball and pass it to a young lady who I got to see again yesterday. When I tell you she has always got a smile on her face, she's gonna meet you and greet you with a hug. She's positioning herself right now to be a powerhouse, not only in the industry, but just a powerhouse, period. When I tell you somebody, you know how you meet people and they just got good energy? Well, this lady, you can feel her energy when she enters a room. So I'm gonna move over and give it up to none other than Miss Charlotte Jeffries. The floor is yours.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Fired up.
Fired up.
Fired up.
I'm still fired up from yesterday. We had an awesome time yesterday. It was really, really, really nice. I enjoyed seeing each and every one of you. Everybody showed up and did their thing. It was so nice to just meet y'all again and just like be in the presence of all of y'all. It was so nice. It was everything was excellent yesterday.
Yes, yes.
Everything was good. I just missed the song.
So what's your biggest takeaway, Charlotte,
But my
from
biggest
yesterday?
my biggest takeaway from yesterday was just staying in the car, just staying plugged in and just keep on going because this thing is like it's so big and it's bigger than like what you really just sit and look at it like, okay, we're just part of an organization, but this is different.
Right.
This organization is different. It's so different than everything else that I've been in. It's positive. We have a good support, it's a good team, good support system, and everybody is just, just moving up and just going to another whole nother level.
Yes.
And I just enjoyed myself yesterday. I ain't never been a part of nothing like this, seen nothing like this. It was just so awesome. Yeah.
And here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen, just so y'all know. So when you walked in the room, you know how sometimes people say, man, that's a powerful room right there. The room was powerful. The mayor was there. The city mayor was there. Okay. Um, There were, I don't know how the proper terms, but I know in DC we have like elected officials. They were there. You know what I mean? You had some police force that were in there. We're talking about community, clergy, people from the church. It was, if you were in that community and you were a who's who in that community, 9 times out of 10, you were in that room yesterday. All right. So I just want to kind of again keep that picture painted. Charlotte, who you passing that ball to?
Let me see if I can
Preferably somebody that was there yesterday.
Okay, I'm gonna pass it to this young lady that's always drops good niggas, always on the move, always motivated, always writing these apps and all around the clock. She's just busy. I'm gonna pass the ball to Miss Tiffany Tyler. She got her hand up.
Good morning, Tiff. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my God, yesterday. Oh my God, yesterday was it was like flash lights.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I have not been I have not been to sleep. My phone has been dinging. I filled my calendar for today, probably the rest of this week. People have reached out to me and told us for Takesha and I, because Takesha, myself, Charlotte, like our whole team, that's our hometown. And they was like, y'all really doing a doggone thing. So my mom has been out promoting this morning. I have a young lady that's gonna join the team just from my mom promoting the event yesterday. Oh my God, the event was awesome. It was like a mini conference experience
Mm-hmm.
conference.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Takesha had some stuff hit and locked away from us as well, but we worked really hard for that to have our business engaged and to grow our business. And if you're not tuning in to these events that your coach, your business partner are giving, take time to put on your schedule to go, because it really will grow your business. Because I have not been asleep. Like, I've been up, and I've even called Takesha to see where she was at this morning, because this is really a growing step for me. And I'm on a goal. I'm on a 30-day goal to submit and settle 65 applications in 30 days and have at least 6 business partners. And this was just the start for me yesterday.
I love it, love it, love it. And Tiffany, um, when you and let's talk about. I wanna paint a picture of the crowd. All right. And Tiffany, while I got you here, we can elaborate a little bit before we pass the ball. So you know how you talk to a crowd. So this, let me again pull the paintbrush out. So the crowd really didn't know what this was. Okay. So once it was revealed early on what it was, you know how some people might take that position like, oh boy, here we go. We're part of one of them. Y'all ever been there? And
Yes.
so what happened, they realized what they were into. But guess what? They realized what they was into while they was eating. It was like, okay, hold up. Okay, my brain is like, oh no, it's one of them. But my belly is like, okay, we good, we good. You know what I'm saying? So, Tiffany, when you saw the people kind of, you remember they were kind of being apprehensive for a little bit,
Yes.
but then something happened, and I don't know where it was. I don't know whether it was where it was, but for you, where was it when it was like, okay, let me lean in a little bit because they really saying something.
So I wasn't expecting none of them to leave, because like you said, the room was filled with a bunch of councils and district councils and police officers, a lot of big people there. So I wasn't expecting no one to leave, but the excitement fulfilled their eyes. And the young lady had already told them, you're going to get fed with mine and you're going to get fed with belly. So with that getting fed with mine, when you all start saying numbers, people are very in disbelief about what insurance agents make. And when the reality is there in their face and they can hear it from actual our color, and I'm not prejudiced, so please, guys, don't take that as prejudice. But as a Black person in a small community where we live, when they heard the numbers that Siobhan Bowman stated she made in 1 week, that really like blew them, like really,
Right.
that blew off. So, um, it can be disbelief, but then in the face and in the mind and speaking from experience, they understand where we're coming from.
Yes. And here's this is the reason that I even wanted to point that out, ladies and gentlemen, because and this really comes from experience, but it's good. The point I'm making is take advantage of having access to your leaders. Because Charlotte, Jennifer Petty, Siobhan, everybody that was there, what happened is Relly started, he kicked it off. The commissioner kicked it off and he was doing a presentation. And he realized that the crowd at the time was in Stonewall status. They were all like talking to a stone wall. So Relly had to realize I got to make some adjustments on the fly. I got to figure out how I'm going to connect with these folks on the fly. And Relly made a hell of a connection. And then Erik made a connection. And then I made a connection. And then guess what? They were leaned in. My point is take advantage of what we have right here. If you're launching your area, all on your uplines. So with that being said, who you passing that ball to, Tiffany?
I am going to pass this ball over to yesterday. We had to rush to get dressed and we walked in the bathroom and she's like, oh, excuse me, oh, excuse me. But she is so sweet. She knows 100% of the business. I love to listen to her speak. She is always informational and she's always supporting everybody's team. Miss, let me see if she changed her. Oh, the money model, Miss Naja Phillips.
Hey, Tiffany, thank you. And it was wonderful seeing you and everyone at the event last night. I can't come off camera because I'm still getting myself together for the morning. But that event yesterday, man, ED superstar Takesha Carr knows how to put on an event. And like everyone else said, when you walked in the room, it just was amazing. The room just was lit up. And I got there before the crowds came in, and it was just beautiful. Honestly, it was just beautiful. And I was so surprised. And like, like, Tiffany said I had to go in and change and get ready because it was a long, ride on the road and I didn't want to be in my nice clothes. I go in, I'm changing, and I'm like, oh, shoot. I was in there by myself and they walked in on me, but I said, you know what? It's okay. I'm here to have a good time. And that's exactly what I did. I had a wonderful time. Takesha had just a beautiful setup, the screens, the band, the DJ, the food, the people. The room was full. She had a packed house and everyone was very attentive. Even though they were quiet, eventually they loosened up, they leaned in, they got the information, and they understood what was being shared with them. And it was just a magnificent time. I don't even know what else to say about it, but Takesha, you did your thing, and I'm just glad I was able to be there to support.
Woo! Thank you for sharing. The money model. And who are you passing that ball to?
I'm going to pass this
Somebody
ball to
actually has their hand up.
lady who always is doing everything she can to explode her business. She's had success coming in right out the break the first month, which is what she was able to share with the crowd last night. And I'm going to bring up this wonderful person, Miss Siobhan Bowman.
Thank you, Queen. And I seen you as well yesterday. So let me just tell y'all about this event that Takesha Carr put on. If manifestation was in a globe and you could put your hands on it, it was that. Jock has been speaking into lives of so many people. One in particular, it was Takesha Carr, and so many others, right? But just to see it come and to evolve, it was breathtaking, I would say. From the fact of how her team got up there and spoke about her, to the mere fact of everything that she was doing was to pour back out into more people, right? Because she made it very clear that this is not about just her or whatever. It's about a team and an effort of everyone together. To see how well orchestrated it was, to see everything, all this little small intricate details that went into it. The fact that she just not just was asking or collecting anything, because I don't even think anything was given to her with the exceptions of her awards that she earned, right? But how she came and was ready for it to present something to her team was just absolutely breathtaking for me. And I'm gonna say to Takesha, Queen, I am so happy and I'm so proud of you that if you put inspiration on the top, baby, you're right there looking at it. So to know that where you came from, how you lost your team, because I told my husband that I was like, baby, she bounced back. He was like, why you not there yet? I was like, you know what she did? I was like, you know what she doing? So I am just so in awe of your grind and your hustle and your determination to see everybody win. I had an absolutely amazing time yesterday. I told my husband, I said, when I get there, because it's not an if, it's just when I get there. I was like, you see, she don't set the platform for it, right? So I'm gonna need you to go one level up, okay? So I always look at when people set the platform, if you on that same level, then you just did it, right? But you always want to inspire to go one level up, no matter who lead in the crowd at the end of the day. And thanks for leading, Takesha. So I appreciate yesterday.
Woo! Thank you for sharing, Siobhan. Thank you. You really just wrapped it up in a bow tie. I mean, because you know how somebody pitches a home run? That whole event was it was literally a home run. I'm talking about it was a grand slam. She was able to do so much. She had an award ceremony. She had a banquet or food set up, right? She had three keynote speakers and a band play, and everything just was, the timing was all like chop chop chop. Y'all know I'm big on production, right? So I'm sitting here like, okay, let me see what I can white glove around this joint so I can help my sister out. I called her and said, Takesha, you know I'm very critical about a production. You get a 12 out of 10. You get an A plus, like a whole A plus, and that is rare to get from me. So Siobhan, like you said, man, she basically set the table and set the blueprint. And the reason I say that is because here's the big takeaway. 70% of the people in the crowd were guests. Woo! Let that sink in. Most of the time when you go to events like this, 70% are business partners and agents. Takesha made it a point to be deliberate and intentional about how that room was, about how that room. Can somebody mute
I did one
whoever's
other
off?
time. I did.
Thank you. But she was intentional and deliberate about how she wanted that room to look. She was intentional and deliberate about who she wanted in that room. I hope y'all are picking up these nuggets. Y'all remember a long time ago I told you Takesha was a specialist and a master at getting in front of people, right? Y'all, if you don't want to work hard, that's the smart way to work. She invested some money. Trust me, I can look in there and tell she invested some money. I know the band itself was a grip. And when I say a grip, I know that they cost a nice little pretty penny, right? The food, the setup, the awards. But guess what? When you put the work in, you know you're going to get something in return, right? She put the work in, she invested. Some people look at it as, oh my gosh, I don't want to pay for this. You got to change your stinking thinking, ladies and gentlemen. It's a difference between paying for something and investing in something. Big difference. Big, big, big difference. So real quick, I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna give it back to Siobhan. Then we're gonna go to Jennifer Petty Cash, and then we're gonna switch gears. All right. So Siobhan Bowman, back to you.
Less than 30 seconds. Jock, I just want to say absolutely ditto agree. But the one thing that was on my heart that I did not share was what you said, but I just want to reiterate. Y'all, when she had all these people coming into this room, not only at the table, I'm looking at her team that she told her team to bring +1, +2, so that these people can actually be informed. So not only is she just pouring back into her organization, she poured into every team member. They wasn't able just to bring a +1. This was on this girl's dime. And I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Queen, you rocked. When I say you rocked, you rock. You give me chills right now. So everything was absolutely A++. So
Yeah.
that's it. Petty Cash, the lady, Petty Cash, you're up next, baby.
You on mute, Jennifer.
Thank you. I just wanted to let y'all know that everything that everybody said about yesterday just does not present the clear picture. It was apocalyptic. It was
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
I really enjoyed myself. I thought about it all the way home. I had trouble going to sleep last night. And I really felt like I was part of the family. And I really liked the fact that Takesha recognized everybody. She recognized us as part of her team. She recognized her family. She recognized everybody. And I was not expecting to get up out of my chair and go up and receive an award, but that just blew me away. It was totally awesome.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And you know, here's another takeaway, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all taking notes, Takesha made sure and made it a point to let everybody know what this was. This was Takesha putting on an event, but this had nothing to do with Takesha. Are y'all catching that? It had all to do with her team. All to do with her team. It had all to do with the people in the building. Check this out. She had something for everyone. If you were on the team, she had something for you. As long as you stepped in the building, Takesha had something for you. She had stuff for people that wasn't even on her team. She was like, look, I got other village members in here. This is part of our village. Y'all come up, Siobhan. Y'all come up, Tony Burke. Y'all come up, whoever, such and such. When I tell you, it was definitely a cut above. It was first class job, well done. I'm getting ready to move out the way so we can switch gears. So I'm getting ready to give it up to none other than the index voice of inspiration so he can transition us into the next segment. Mr. Troy Gandy, the floor is yours, sir.
I don't even know how to get started. I'm jealous and all the way up here in PA and then couldn't get down there. Oh man, I'm like, what? Y'all was